What if discipline is not the harsh and painful cage you imagine it to be, but the very key that unlocks your ultimate freedom and power? What if the mindset of an ancient warrior could provide you with the tools to build an unbreakable will in our modern world? That mindset exists, and it is the path of the Stoic. Stoic warrior mindset that builds discipline, Stoicism, compiled and published by Stoic Power. Lessons 1. Roots of the Stoic path. Imagine a great and ancient tree, a colossal sequoia that has stood for 2,000 years, a silent witness to the rise and fall of empires. Its immense strength, its resilience against fire and storm, and its towering presence do not come from its visible branches alone. They come from its deep, vast, and unseen root system, a powerful and complex network anchored firmly in the bedrock of the earth. These roots are the tree's philosophy, its core principles. This is the first lesson in building the warrior mindset. You must first sink the deep roots of the Stoic path. Many of us are in a state of constant inner conflict, where we are like trees with shallow, weak roots, trying desperately to grow tall in soft, sandy soil. We chase after discipline and strength as if they are fruits to be picked, without ever doing the deep, foundational work of cultivating the root system from which they grow. We wonder why we are so easily toppled by the slightest wind of adversity or temptation. The problem with this shallow approach is that it leads to a life of profound instability. This is a common and painful challenge that people face in the context of emotional mastery and self-discipline. A discipline that is not rooted in a deep, coherent philosophy is nothing more than a temporary, fragile willpower. It is a New Year's resolution, full of initial enthusiasm, but lacking the underlying structure to survive the first real test. You cannot build a disciplined life on a foundation of undisciplined thinking. This leaves you feeling weak, inconsistent, and perpetually frustrated with your own lack of resolve. The transformative solution is to stop focusing on the visible branches of your habits and to begin the essential, life-altering work of cultivating your philosophical roots. It is the Stoic understanding that a disciplined life is the natural and inevitable outgrowth of a disciplined mind, a mind that is firmly anchored in a clear and powerful understanding of the world. The core idea is that the Stoic path is built upon a simple but profoundly powerful set of root principles. The primary root is the dichotomy of control, the wisdom to distinguish between what is in our control and what is not. Our thoughts, our judgments, and our actions are within our control. Everything else is not. The disciplined warrior focuses all his energy on mastering his own inner world and accepts the outer world with a calm and steady heart. The second great root is the principle that virtue is the sole good. The warrior's ultimate aim is not external success, but the internal quality of his own character, his wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. A mind that is deeply rooted in these principles has a reason for its discipline, a powerful why that transcends mere self-improvement. This ancient wisdom feels alive because it gives our struggle for discipline a noble and profound purpose. To begin sinking your own roots, you must become a student of first principles. The first actionable step is to create a principles journal. Each morning, for 5 minutes, you will write down your understanding of one of these core Stoic ideas. How does the dichotomy of control apply to your life today? How can you practice one of the 4 virtues? The second step is to read directly from the source. Spend 10 minutes each day reading the words of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, or Epictetus. You must drink from the wellspring of this wisdom to nourish your own roots. The third step is to translate principle into practice. Choose one small action today that is a direct expression of a Stoic principle. For example, consciously choosing not to complain about something outside of your control. The benefits of applying these actions are the creation of a deep and unshakable foundation for your entire life. You will stop chasing the fleeting feeling of motivation and start building the enduring structure of a principled character. Your struggle for discipline will be transformed from a frustrating battle of willpower into a meaningful and purposeful philosophical practice. You will begin to feel the quiet, solid strength of the great tree firmly rooted in the earth. This is a profound transformation you will experience in your life. Your call to action is to plant your first root today. Your mission is to take out a piece of paper and, in your own words, write a one-sentence definition of the dichotomy of control. This simple act of clarification is the first step in anchoring your mind in this powerful philosophy. With these philosophical roots firmly planted, you are ready to begin building the visible structure of a disciplined life. The next lesson will teach you how to see discipline not as a punishment, but as the daily, essential armor that protects a warrior's soul. If you are ready to build a life of deep strength, please like this video. And as a final reader hook, remember to subscribe to the Stoic Power channel for more foundational wisdom. Lessons 2. Discipline as daily armor. Imagine a Roman centurion, a warrior of legendary discipline, preparing for the day's march. His first act of the morning, before all others, is to meticulously don his armor. He checks every strap, he polishes every plate, he feels the familiar, reassuring weight of his protection. This is not a chore for him. It is a sacred, non-negotiable ritual. He knows that this daily discipline of putting on his armor is what will protect him from the chaos, the arrows, and the unforeseen blows of the day ahead. This is the second lesson of the warrior mindset. You must see discipline as your daily armor. For many of us, we are in a state of constant inner conflict where we view discipline not as a protective armor, but as a heavy, restrictive cage. We see it as a punishment, a denial of our freedom, a series of unpleasant chores that we must force ourselves to do. We are the reluctant soldier who sees his armor as a burden and would rather march into battle unprotected. The problem with this mindset is that it makes discipline a constant, exhausting battle against ourselves. This is a common and painful challenge that people face in the context of emotional mastery and self-discipline. When you see discipline as a negative, as a cage, your natural instinct will always be to rebel against it, to escape from it. This is why our willpower so often fails. We are trying to force ourselves into a prison. This leaves us perpetually unarmored and vulnerable to the attacks of distraction, procrastination, and our own worst impulses. The transformative solution is to completely reframe your relationship with discipline. You must stop seeing it as a cage that restricts you and start seeing it as an armor that protects you. It is the Stoic habit of embracing discipline not as a burden, but as a privilege, the sacred, daily ritual that gives you the strength and the freedom to be your best self. The core idea is that, for the Stoics, discipline, or ascesis, was the very art of freedom. They knew that a man who is a slave to his own impulses is not a free man. The man who cannot control his own desires is the weakest of men. True freedom is not the ability to do whatever you feel like doing in the moment. True freedom is the ability to choose your actions based on your own highest values, to be the master of your own soul. Your daily discipline is the armor that protects your rational, virtuous self from the chaotic attacks of your own lower nature. This ancient wisdom feels alive because it transforms discipline from a source of dread into a source of power and self-respect. To begin the ritual of armoring yourself, you must become the disciplined soldier of your own life. The first actionable step is to choose your one piece of armor. Do not try to put on the entire suit at once. Pick one small, daily, non-negotiable discipline that will be your core practice. This could be a 5-minute meditation, a morning workout, or writing one page in a journal. The second step is to don the armor first. You must perform this disciplined act at the very beginning of your day, before the battle begins, before the world has a chance to throw you into disarray. This sets the tone for a day of protected, purposeful action. The third step is to practice gratitude for your armor. As you perform your disciplined act, consciously feel a sense of gratitude for the strength and protection it is providing you. See it as a gift you are giving to your future self. The benefits of applying these actions are a profound shift in your relationship with difficulty. You will stop fighting against discipline and start embracing it as your greatest ally. You will feel a new sense of safety and resilience as you move through your day, knowing that you are protected by your own consistent habits. Your self-respect will soar, as you will see yourself not as a reluctant prisoner, but as a proud warrior, calmly and professionally preparing for the challenges of the day. This is a profound transformation you will experience in your life. Your call to action is to choose your armor. Your mission for this week is to choose one small, daily discipline and to treat it as your sacred morning ritual. Perform it first thing, and as you do, visualize yourself putting on a powerful protective suit of armor. This daily armor of discipline protects you from the chaos of the day. But to be a truly effective warrior, you must also have a weapon. The next lesson will teach you how to sharpen your focus into a deadly, effective tool through the power of inner calm. If you are ready to armor up, please like this video, and as a final reader hook, remember to subscribe to the Stoic Power channel. Lessons 3. Focus sharpened by inner calm. Imagine a master archer, a warrior of legendary skill. Her ultimate weapon is not her bow or her arrow, but her focus. In the moment of the shot, her focus is like a perfectly sharpened arrowhead, a single point of absolute, unwavering concentration. But this sharp focus is impossible without one crucial, preceding element, the inner calm of the archer herself. She must first still her own heart, quiet her own breathing, and calm her own mind. The focus is sharpened on the whetstone of her own inner calm. This is the third lesson of the warrior mindset. Focus is sharpened by inner calm. Many of us are in a state of constant inner conflict, where we are trying to achieve a sharp, laser-like focus, while our own minds are in a state of agitated, chaotic turmoil. We are the archer with a trembling hand and a racing heart, wondering why our arrows always miss the mark. The problem with this approach is that it is a fundamental violation of the laws of the mind. This is a common and painful challenge that people face in the context of emotional mastery and self-discipline. A mind that is agitated, anxious, or distracted cannot be focused. It is a neurological impossibility. The energy of the mind is being consumed by its own inner noise, leaving no power left to direct outward in a concentrated beam. Trying to focus with an uncalm mind is like trying to see the bottom of a lake while the surface is being churned by a storm. It is a futile and deeply frustrating endeavor. The transformative solution is to stop trying to force your focus and to instead make the cultivation of inner calm your primary objective. It is the Stoic habit of understanding that a sharp focus is not something you create through effort, but something that is naturally revealed when you first create a state of inner silence and stillness. The core idea is that, for the Stoics, a calm mind is a clear mind, and a clear mind is a powerful mind. They practice the art of cultivating ataraxia, or inner tranquility, not as an end in itself, but as the necessary precondition for the effective use of their reason. The warrior knows that he cannot be a brilliant strategist in the midst of a battle if his own mind is in a state of panic. He must first find his own center of calm, his own eye of the storm. From that place of stillness, the perfect, focused action naturally arises. This ancient wisdom feels alive because it offers a more graceful and effective path to high performance, one that is based on stillness, not on struggle. To begin the practice of sharpening your own focus, you must become a master of the whetstone of calm. The first actionable step is to create a pre-focus ritual. Before you begin any important task that requires deep focus, you must take 3 to 5 minutes to intentionally calm your mind. This could be through deep breathing, a short meditation, or simply sitting in silence. The second step is to single task. The modern myth of multitasking is the enemy of a calm and focused mind. You must train your brain to do one thing at a time with your full and undivided attention. The third step is to practice attentional resets. When you feel your focus drifting or your mind becoming agitated during a task, you must have a quick technique to return to calm. This could be taking one deep breath or briefly focusing on a physical sensation. The benefits of applying these actions are a profound and dramatic improvement in your ability to enter and sustain a state of deep focus, or flow. You will stop fighting a losing battle against your own agitated mind and start working in a state of calm, powerful harmony with it. The quality of your work will improve, your stress levels will decrease, and you will achieve your goals with a new sense of ease and grace. This is a profound transformation you will experience in your life. Your call to action is to implement your pre-focus ritual today. The very next time you sit down to do a piece of important work, your mission is to first give yourself just 3 minutes of intentional calm. Close your eyes, take 10 deep breaths. Sharpen the arrowhead before you draw the bow. This sharp focus is a powerful weapon, but it must be guided by an even more powerful internal force. The next lesson will teach you how to find a profound and unstoppable strength in a quiet, unwavering determination. If you are ready to sharpen your focus, please like this video, and as a final reader hook, remember to subscribe to the Stoic Power channel. Lessons 4. Strength in quiet determination. Imagine a great and powerful river, carving its inexorable path through a canyon of solid rock. Its incredible, world-shaping strength does not come from a single, loud, and violent flood. It comes from its quiet, calm, and relentless determination. Day after day, century after century, it applies its steady, focused pressure in a single direction, and over time, even the hardest stone must yield to its unwavering will. This is the 4th lesson of the warrior mindset. The greatest strength is found in quiet determination. Many of us are in a state of constant inner conflict, where we mistake loud emotional intensity for true determination. We announce our goals with great fanfare. We work in passionate, unsustainable bursts of energy, and we believe that the intensity of our desire is the measure of our strength. We are the flash flood, a dramatic but fleeting event that makes a lot of noise but rarely changes the landscape in a meaningful way. The problem with this model of strength is that it is brittle and unreliable. This is a common and painful challenge that people face in the context of emotional mastery and self-discipline. An emotional, passion-based determination is completely dependent on your mood. It is strong on a good day, but it vanishes completely at the first sign of boredom, frustration, or adversity. It is a strength that cannot be counted on, and therefore it is not true strength at all. It is the illusion of power, not the substance of it. The transformative solution is to embrace the wisdom of the great river. It is the Stoic habit of cultivating a quiet, calm, and rational determination, a strength that is not based on a fleeting passion, but on a deep and unwavering commitment to your own chosen purpose. The core idea is that for the Stoics, true determination was not an emotion, it was a virtue, an act of the will. It is the rational and disciplined commitment to a chosen path, a telos, or ultimate aim in life. The warrior's strength is not in the heat of his passion, but in the coolness of his resolve. He is not the flash flood, but the great river, whose power comes from its constant, steady, and purposeful flow. This ancient wisdom feels alive because it offers a path to a more sustainable, more reliable, and ultimately more powerful form of motivation. To begin cultivating this quiet determination, you must become the river, not the flood. The first actionable step is to clarify your C. You must have a single, clear, long-term purpose that serves as the ultimate destination for your life's river. This is the why that will pull you forward even when your emotional energy is low. The second step is to focus on your flow, not the obstacles. Your only job is to show up each day and to keep moving forward, even by a single inch. Do not be intimidated by the size of the canyon you must carve. Just focus on being the river today. The third step is to practice a calm resolve. When you face an obstacle, do not meet it with a frantic, emotional rage. Meet it with the quiet, persistent, and intelligent pressure of the river. The benefits of applying these actions are the development of a truly unstoppable and deeply respectable form of strength. You will be free from the demoralizing roller coaster of motivation-based living. You will build a powerful momentum in your life that will carry you through the inevitable periods of low emotion and high difficulty. You will become a person of profound substance and reliability, a quiet force of nature that, over time, can reshape the very landscape of your own world. This is a profound transformation you will experience in your life. Your call to action is to define your flow. Your mission for this week is to identify your one most important long-term goal, and then to define the one small, daily action that represents your steady, consistent flow toward it. Then for 7 days, just be the river. This quiet determination is the engine of your progress. But this engine is fueled by your emotions. The next lesson will teach you the warrior's art of tempering your raw, volatile emotions into a source of steady and reliable power. If you are ready to find your unstoppable flow, please like this video, and as a final reader hook, remember to subscribe to the Stoic Power channel. Lessons 5. Emotions tempered into steady power. Imagine a master blacksmith forging a sword. He takes the raw, brittle iron of an emotion, let's say anger, and he does not discard it. He knows it is a source of immense energy. Instead, he thrusts it into the searing fire of his own reason. He then places it on the anvil of his principles, and with the disciplined hammer of his will, he beats it, shapes it, and then plunges it into the quenching waters of his own inner calm. The raw, brittle, and destructive anger has been tempered into a hard, flexible, and useful blade of focused, righteous action. This is the 5th lesson of the warrior mindset. Your emotions must be tempered into a source of steady power. Many of us are in a state of constant inner conflict, where we are at the mercy of our raw, untempered emotions. We are the lump of brittle iron, not the finished sword. When the fire of anger or the chilling water of fear is applied to us, we either become consumed by it or we shatter into 1,000 pieces. The problem with this state of being is that it makes our own immense emotional energy our greatest enemy, rather than our greatest asset. This is a common and painful challenge that people face in the context of emotional mastery and self-discipline. Uncontrolled emotion is a destructive, chaotic force. It leads to poor decisions, damaged relationships, and a life of constant, exhausting inner turmoil. A warrior who is a slave to his own passions is a danger to himself and to everyone on his side. He is the soldier who fires his weapon wildly in all directions, a liability in any battle. The transformative solution is to become the master blacksmith of your own inner world. It is the Stoic habit of seeing your emotions not as your masters, but as raw, powerful material that, with discipline and reason, can be forged into a source of incredible, steady, and purposeful power. The core idea is the Stoic concept of the passions. The Stoics did not advocate for the elimination of emotion, but for the mastery of it. They believed that our emotions are powerful energies that arise from our judgments. The warrior's job is not to extinguish the fire of his forge, but to become the master of it. He learns to take the raw energy of fear and to temper it into a sharp blade of heightened awareness and focus. He learns to take the raw energy of desire and to temper it into a powerful engine of ambition and drive. This ancient wisdom feels alive because it offers a path to a life that is not cold and emotionless, but is passionate, powerful, and perfectly controlled. To begin this tempering process, you must become the smith of your own soul. The first actionable step is to identify your raw material. What is the one powerful, raw emotion that most often causes chaos in your life? Name it. The second step is to build your forge. This is the practice of rational thinking. When you feel that raw emotion, you must subject it to the fire of questioning. Is this emotion based on a true and accurate judgment? Is it helpful to my ultimate purpose? The third step is the quenching. You must have a pre-planned, calming action, your quenching bucket, to plunge the emotion into when it is white hot. This is the practice of returning to your inner stillness and your breath. The benefits of applying these actions are the transformation of your greatest weakness into your greatest strength. You will stop being a victim of your own emotional storms and start becoming a master who can harness their power. Your life will be filled with a new sense of purposeful energy as you learn to transform the chaotic power of your passions into the steady power of a virtuous character. You become the master blacksmith, your inner world a forge that produces not chaos, but weapons of immense strength and beauty. This is a profound transformation you will experience in your life. Your call to action is to build your quenching bucket. Your mission for this week is to decide on one simple, calming action you will take the very next time you feel your one raw problem emotion begin to overheat. Prepare your water before you light the fire. When you can temper your own emotions into a source of steady power, You are ready to face the great, unpredictable storms of life itself. The next lesson will teach you how to build an unbreakable resilience that can withstand any of life's tempests. If you are ready to become the master of your own inner forge, please like this video, and as a final reader hook, remember to subscribe to the Stoic Power channel. Lesson 6. Resilience through life's storms. Imagine you are a seasoned ship captain, a veteran of 1,000 voyages. You do not fear the sea, not because you are arrogant enough to believe you can control it, but because you have a profound and unshakable confidence in the integrity of your ship and in your own skill as a navigator. Your resilience is not in your ability to avoid the storms, which is impossible. Your resilience is in your proven, battle-tested ability to navigate through them, to keep your ship intact, and to always, eventually, find your way back to your true course. This is the 6th lesson of the warrior mindset. Resilience through life's storms. Many of us are in a state of constant inner conflict, where we are the novice sailor who is terrified of the sea. We wish for a life of perpetually calm waters, and the first sign of a rising wind or a dark cloud on the horizon fills us with a sense of dread and impending doom. The problem with this fear of life's storms is that it makes us fragile and timid. This is a common and painful challenge that people face in the context of emotional mastery and self-discipline. A life lived in an attempt to avoid all difficulty is a life that offers no opportunity to build real, authentic strength. You become the sailor who never leaves the harbor, your magnificent ship of potential rotting at its moorings. And when a storm inevitably finds you, as it finds everyone, you are completely unprepared, and you are easily capsized by the first great wave of adversity. The transformative solution is to become the seasoned Stoic captain. It is the habit of seeing life's storms not as threats to be avoided, but as the necessary and indispensable training ground for your own resilience, the very arena in which your skill as a navigator of life is perfected. The core idea is that, for the Stoics, resilience is the central virtue of a well-lived life. They knew that life is, by its very nature, unpredictable and filled with challenges. The goal is not to build a life that is immune to hardship, but to build a character that is immune to being broken by hardship. The Stoic warrior embraces the storm because he knows that it is the storm that makes a sailor skillful. He sees every setback, every loss, and every challenge as an opportunity to test his ship, to practice his navigation, and to emerge from the tempest a more competent and more confident master of his own vessel. This ancient wisdom feels alive because it offers a powerful and courageous way to engage with the inevitable difficulties of the human experience. To begin building your own resilient ship, you must become a student of the sea. The first actionable step is to study the storms of your past. In a journal, write about one past storm in your life that you successfully navigated. What did you learn from it? How did it make you stronger? The second step is the practice of negative visualization, or premeditation malorum. You must occasionally spend time calmly contemplating potential future storms, not to create anxiety, but to mentally rehearse your response and to rob these potential events of their power to shock you. The third step is to have a post-storm protocol. After you navigate a difficult challenge, you must have a disciplined process of reflection to analyze what you learned and to repair and strengthen your ship for the next voyage. The benefits of applying these actions are the creation of a truly anti-fragile personality. You will stop being broken by life's challenges and will actually start to be strengthened by them. Your fear of the future will diminish, replaced by a quiet, powerful confidence in your own ability to handle whatever the sea may throw at you. You will become the calm, respected captain that everyone wants on their side when the storm hits. This is a profound transformation you will experience in your life. Your call to action is to choose your ship. Your mission for this week is to conduct your first post-storm analysis. Look back at a recent small challenge you faced. Take 5 minutes and write down one specific lesson that this small storm taught you for your future voyages. This resilience is the very heart of a warrior's strength. The final lesson is about how this resilience forged in the storms of life, becomes the ultimate and unshakable confidence of the Stoic warrior. If you are ready to become the captain of your own ship, please like this video, and as a final reader hook, remember to subscribe to the Stoic Power channel. Lesson 7. Confidence of the Stoic warrior. Imagine a great and ancient mountain. Its confidence is not a fleeting feeling or an arrogant performance. Its confidence is a fact, a natural and inevitable consequence of its own immense, solid, and enduring substance. The mountain's confidence is in what it is. It has been shaped by millennia of storms, its resilience is written in every crevice of its rock, and its strength is rooted in the very core of the earth. It does not need to try to be confident. Its very existence is a statement of unshakable confidence. This is the 7th and final lesson of the warrior mindset. The confidence of the Stoic warrior. For our entire journey, we have been in a state of inner conflict, learning the individual components of discipline and resilience. We have been the builder, the blacksmith, and the sailor, consciously and with great effort, trying to construct a confident self. The problem with remaining in this state of trying is that it is not the final destination. This is a common and painful challenge that people face in the context of emotional mastery and self-discipline. A confidence that you have to constantly work to maintain is not yet a truly unshakable confidence. The final stage of mastery is to move beyond the conscious effort of the apprentice and to embody the effortless, natural confidence of the master. The goal is not just to have a disciplined mindset, but to be a disciplined person. The transformative solution is the final and most profound integration of all the previous lessons. It is to so thoroughly practice the Stoic disciplines that they cease to be a set of tools you use and they become the very substance of who you are. It is the art of becoming the mountain. The core idea is the achievement of eudaimonia, the flourishing, well-lived life that is the ultimate aim of all Stoic practice. The confidence of the Stoic warrior is the ultimate byproduct of a life dedicated to virtue. It is the deep, quiet, and profound peace that comes from knowing that you have built a character of substance, that you have faced the storms of life and have been strengthened by them, and that your well-being is anchored in the one thing that can never be taken from you, your own inner citadel of reason and virtue. This ancient wisdom feels alive because it offers a vision of a confidence that is not a fragile state of mind, but is as real and as solid as the earth itself. To achieve this state of being is the great work of a lifetime, but the practice is a daily commitment to embodying the warrior's spirit. The first actionable step is to embrace the identity. You must stop seeing yourself as a person who is learning discipline and start seeing yourself as a disciplined person. Your actions must flow from this new identity. The second step is to find your joy in the struggle. You must learn to love the process of tempering, the feeling of navigating the storm, the quiet satisfaction of a day lived with virtue. The third step is to live for a purpose larger than your own confidence. The truly confident person is not focused on themselves. They are focused on their duty, their contribution, their mission in the world. The benefits of applying these actions are the achievement of a truly relentless and effortless confidence. It will no longer be something you have to think about. It will be who you are. You will move through the world with a calm, powerful, and authentic presence that is the very definition of a life well lived. You will become a source of immense strength and inspiration to others, a quiet mountain of stability in a chaotic world. This is a profound transformation you will experience in your life. Your final call to action is a commitment to the path. Your mission, starting today, is to stop seeing discipline and resilience as chores you must do. Instead, you must see them as the very definition of the person you are choosing to become. Every single moment of your day is an opportunity to be the warrior. Embrace your identity. By sinking the deep roots of the Stoic path, by wearing your discipline as a daily armor, and by tempering your soul in the fires of life's storms, you move beyond merely practicing a mindset, and you become the very embodiment of the confident Stoic warrior. The Stoic warrior mindset is not a gift, but a forge. It is the daily, disciplined practice of transforming the raw iron of our character into the tempered steel of an unbreakable will. Through this process, we build a discipline so profound it becomes the source of our own unshakable confidence. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video. We gently remind viewers to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel for more wisdom on building a life of profound inner strength.